G'day. Welcome back to the channel, Ginger Ninjas Movie Reviews. Now today we are not doing a movie review, we're actually going through my collection of 4K Blu-ray upgrades or first time purchases on 4K. The reason I'm doing this is I grew up in a time where I went from beta to VHS, from VHS to DVD, and then from DVD to Blu-ray. Now we're seeing Blu-ray to 4K. So a lot of the ones that I have are ones that I haven't actually had on 4K or on Blu-ray previously or DVD, and I've wanted to get sort of that Blu-ray 4K combo. So let's dive in and have a look and see which ones I've got. So kicking it off with The Purge. I'm a huge fan of this film. I really like the setting, the idea, everything about it. I think it's a really good film, very good home invasion film that spawned numerous okay sequels, but let's have a look at those ones. So here we have The Purge Anarchy, which really expanded on the idea behind The Purge and took it to a whole new level. It took it to the streets. It was a really fun one, a lot of action in this one. This looks great in 4K, I will say. The action is very intense, looks great. Next up, we have The Purge, Election Year. Now this one, not my favorite out of the Purge films. I really thought they just jumped the shark with this one. It has some good moments, but there's too much going on. There are too many different competing storylines, and this has one of the most annoying Purge participants in it of all time, the Bride. So damn annoying. Next up, we have The Thing. Now, this is one that I actually have on DVD and I have it on Blu-ray, but I did upgrade to the 4K just to get that crisp, clear 4K experience. The Thing is a fantastic film. It's undeniably one of John Carpenter's greats. Looks amazing on 4K. What more can you say about this film, really? Now we have Residentevil. Now I know a lot of people are probably like, why would you get that on a 4K? Because I'd only had this on DVD, and whilst it does look good on DVD, it's got a grittiness about it. Blu-ray 4K, the look of it is so slick, it looks sharp, it looks crisp. And you'll hear that about a lot of these 4K releases because they do have that to it. Now, I do like the grittiness of certain movies, and some movies I will never get on 4K. I just don't think they should be transferred to it. The grittiness in the DVD just suits it better, even Blu-ray a little bit. But yeah, I like this film. I'm a fan of Resident Evil, the whole series, to be honest. A few missteps here and there, but if you want, check out the Resident Evil playlist I've got where I go through all the Resident Evil films. Next up, we have Overlord. This is one that I feel is somewhat overlooked. It's a really good horror film. It's set in World War II. It's got zombies, it's got blood, it's got action, explosions, you name it, it's got what you want. It starts out with a very intense parachuting scene. It just goes on from there. It doesn't stop, doesn't let up. I honestly think this is a very overlooked action horror film. Check it out if you haven't. It looks fantastic in 4K. Next on the chopping block is The Lost Boys. Yes, I got this on 4K and Blu-ray. However, this was a first time buy. That's right, I did not own this on DVD or Blu-ray. No idea why. I used to have it on VHS many years ago, but this is one that I watched many times on VHS back in the 90s, and it's forever ingrained into my brain. But having this on Blu-ray and 4K, it looks good. We are Venom. I really enjoyed this one. I think getting Venom on the big screen and in 4K was a smart move. They did a really good job with this. Is it comic book accurate? No. Does it work well? Yes. I think Tom Hardy plays it really well, and the way he interacts with Venom is really well done, especially as they get to know each other and work together in this film. And Venom looks fantastic on 4K. It just stands out so crisp, so clear. The symbiote looks great. And of course, we have to follow up Venom with Venom Let There Be Carnage. Now, I grew up with the Spider-Man comics. I watched the Spider-Man cartoons. I played the Spider-Man video games. I was there for when Cletus Cassidy was Carnage, when he became Carnage. And yeah, look, if you can't already tell, I'm a fan of Venom and these films. They are just a lot of fun, and they do look really good in 4K. The symbiotes really stand out, and they just look amazing. Everything about these films looks good. I think Woody Harrelson did a good job as Cletus Cassidy. I think Tom Hardy does a fantastic job as Eddie Brock. Everyone plays their roles, and these are just great to have in 4K. Now, recently with the release of Deadpool and Wolverine, Blade said to himself, there is only one Blade, and here we have it. I love the original Blade. Now, I could go on about the sequel and the third film, but this film needed a 4K release. To be honest, the DVD that I've got, it doesn't look great anymore. It has aged a little bit, but they do a really good 4K transfer with this one. They really do make it look as good as possible, and it looks great. And I know I say that quite a bit in this one, in this video, because these do look great. These are films that deserve the 4K treatment, and I'm glad to have this one on 4K. And last but not least, we have The Batman. Now, this, I was dubious going into this one, to be honest. When I first saw it in the cinema, I thought, you know, Robert Pattinson as Batman, okay, I'll give him a shot, because he had dubious start. He had a dubious start, let's be honest. But I think he's done some really fantastic roles in recent years that have taken him away from his beginnings. And this was phenomenal. This was really good. I think he portrayed Bruce Wayne and the Batman amazingly. He is up there with greats. And I mean, that's a really hard sell, because you've got people like Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, yeah, even going back to Adam West. Great Batman. I think Rob Pattinson did a phenomenal job. And this movie looks amazing on 4K. The suit, the car, the penguin, that car chase looks freaking fantastic. If you haven't seen this, or you haven't seen it on 4K, highly recommend you do get this, because it's definitely worth the time and the effort. Do you like vampires? Do you like werewolves? Do you like Kate Beckinsale in tight leather? Underworld's for you. I've seen this one so many times. Like, I watched this in the cinema, I've got it on DVD, and I've watched it ad nauseum. I'm a huge fan of this one. Yeah, it's very CGI heavy, but it looks good. It's got a fantastic cast, and like I said, Kate Beckinsale in tight leather. What more could you want? And next up, we have Say Hello to My Little Friend, Scarface. Had to get this one on 4K, because whilst the grittiness in some films works, it definitely does in this, but they pull it off in this. The movie just looks sharper, crisper, and it really does work well with the tone of the film. Overall, this is just a fun, action-packed film with a good story behind it and great performances, and it suits a 4K release. Next up, we have Themeg. I really enjoy this film. It's a fun shark movie, a lot of action. Jason Statham is phenomenal in this one. It's just a big, dumb action film with a big shark in it. Yes, it was let down by the sequel, but this one really stands on its own as a fantastic shark film. So definitely, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. It's not up there with Jaws, but it's better than Shark Exorcist. Next up, we have Interstellar. Now, this was a first buy for me. I didn't have it on Blu-ray. I saw it on streaming, and it looked phenomenal. And I knew getting it on 4K would be an undeniably great purchase, and I wasn't wrong. It looks stellar in 4K. It looks great. The movie is phenomenal. It just looks good. I mean, I could say a lot more about it, but I'm not here for a review. It just looks good. And last but not least, we have The Northman. This is one that I went out and purchased quite recently for a specific reason. I have not seen this one. I will be watching this one very soon, and I will be doing a review with the Mad Bloods on this film. I've been told it is magnificent. So, of course, I had to go out and get it on 4K just to experience that film in its entirety, the way it should be. And I mean, the cast is stellar. It's got a great director, so I'm really looking forward to this one. But yeah, if you want to check out the review, it'll be up on the Mad Bloods channel eventually. Not going to say when, because I still need to watch it. Well, there you have it. That is my 4K releases that I have currently. I probably will get more in the near future. Like I said, these are more upgrading from previous Blu-rays. I'm kind of future-proofing myself because eventually it'll all go that way and there won't be any Blu-rays, just like there's no more VHS. So it's probably best to jump on this as soon as possible. I know they've been out for a while, but yeah, this is just what I've collected. And I usually try and pick them up pretty cheap because Blu-ray is going to be around for a long time anyway. But these ones do look really, really damn good in 4K. So yeah, look, definitely recommend you check them out if you get the chance. Pick up your 4Ks, keep buying physical media because physical media is important. You don't get any of the special features on your streaming platforms. These come with some of the best special features and they're just really nice to look at. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.